projectors, chalkboards, white boards, flip charts. So those are the different types of facilitation aids that you need to use also during your course. You need to identify them and you need to bring it in your lesson plan. And then finally, your final sequence. So this is just roughly how you're going to start off. And then once you've put everything together, then you're going to submit your final sequence. So after obtaining the above information and already identifying certain sections, then you can start with your final sequencing. First step is to outline roughly the meaningful units of facilitation. Each item of this outline is an answer to the question, what do I have to do? And what does the learner have to do in order for her or him to achieve particular outcomes or to perform a particular task? So this is questions that you can ask yourself. What must you do as the facilitator? And what must the learner do in order for them to achieve those outcomes? For instance, now let's take the facilitation course. The first specific outcomes of this course is plan and prepare. Now you can ask yourself, what do you need to do as a facilitator, and what does the learner need to do to be able to prove that he or she can plan and prepare for facilitation? Firstly, what you need to do is you need to present to the learner all the information and train the learner on that particular outcomes. Now, you've done your part. Now, how do you want the learner to prove to you that he can achieve that outcome? What do you want them? Is there a particular task? Do you want them to do it in a demonstration, or do you want them to do it in a simulation or in a test form? That's entirely up to you as the facilitator. Because remember now, on this part, you're going to rely completely on your expertise. This is why you always facilitate a course that you have knowledge about and that's within your line of expertise and experience. To keep the facilitation as meaningful as possible to a learner, and to enable him or her to leave each learning session with a recognizable skill he or she didn't have at the beginning of the facilitation sessions. So again, very important. Facilitation is not just to train people. There's a skills transferring happening between the facilitator and the participant. We want the learners, after they've completed the facilitation part, that they have learned or adapt a new skill that they didn't have. That's the main purpose of the facilitation. Facilitation sessions are organized on the basics of tasks and outcomes rather than on the basics of content. The rough outline of facilitation units is based on the task detailing sheet and the outcomes. So basically what they mean there, we are not just focused on the content of the materials of the course. We are more focused on what needs to be achieved and how can the learners achieve those outcomes. Content is not so much important to a facilitator because remember, you can adjust the content as long as you are in line with the specific outcomes. As long as the learners are able to achieve those outcomes, you can use it in any other form. So this is why content is not so much, we don't focus so much on the content part. Rather, we focus on the part of the outcomes and how can we assist our learners in achieving those outcomes. The second step is to identify the type of learner performance associated with each step of the task to be learned. This performance has already been identified on the task detailing sheet and will be used as the primary basis for the selection of the facilitation process. So again, everything we do, we need to identify what type of learners we have. What are they, how can they perform? If we identify a certain task that needs to be demonstrated by a learner, we need to ensure that the learner can perform those tasks in order to achieve the outcomes. The task and outcomes to be taught are next put into the primarily sequence. The sequence usually has to be revised later on. So remember now at the beginning we said, okay, we need to identify and determine the learner's needs. We need to have a look at them. Now we already busy starting planning our facilitation because we've already started identifying what type of learners we have. And this is how we start putting everything into sequence. Before you actually start with your facilitation, the best thing is to just revise your entire facilitation again and make sure that you are satisfied that everything meets the outcomes and it's aligned with your learners' needs. Content is then identified. On the basis of the tasks to be taught, content is selected in answer to the question, what does the learner need to know to achieve the outcomes or to perform this task? Prioritize is to include that content that will assist the learner to become most useful in the least amount of time. So what we want to do is we want to take a course without rushing it. We want to train participants and give them as much knowledge and as much skills transfer as possible in a less amount of time. Some facilitators would agree on this point and some would not agree. It's very difficult to rush your facilitation. Firstly, if you over facilitate, which means is if you give too much information to your learners, what happens is we call it barriers to your facilitation. Too much information. What does your brain do? It blanks out because it goes into stress mode and you blank out the information that's being presented to you. So this is why we have sequence of learning. When are we going to execute each outcomes? It's for that particular reason, not to overcompensate with too much information. The other reason why we have sequence is if we follow our sequence that we've set aside. Remember now, you've already gone and identified the type of learners you have in your class. You might have elderly people in your class. So concentration starts being breaking down after, say, 45 minutes. So now you know, my first module, I need to work around 45 minutes before I break for 15 minutes. What can I achieve in that 45 minutes with my learners? How can I achieve to ensure the maximum outcome has been met in that 45 minutes without harming the learner or without causing any panic or anxiety to the learner? We've reached the point, guys, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're on time. Is there any questions to what we've covered so far? Okay. This session has been recorded. So what I'll do is each session that we've done, I will post it onto the WhatsApp group, and then you can access it. If you prefer that I must put it into a link form, because remember that the video clips are going to be very long, then I will put it onto a link and then just email the link to everyone. Then you can always download the clip. So after we've done with the POE part, you can always go back to your video clips, and if something is still unclear, then you can refer back to these clips or these classes that we've done. If not, guys, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I have created the WhatsApp group, we have for all our courses WhatsApp groups. I didn't put you guys in with the rest of the facilitator group, because it will just cause a lot of chaos. So the group that's there that we've created for you guys, if there's any questions, you're more than welcome. Pop it onto the group. I'm there. You'd see there's 2 other of our personnel is also there. I'll add some of our other facilitators also there. So if I don't respond, any of the other facilitators will also respond then, just to help you guys. But for now, for today, this is our session that we've ended. I don't want to go too much for today, because remember, this is just to give you an idea of what is facilitation and what's lying ahead for you guys. Tomorrow we're going to do again, same time. Then we carry on with with the development of the lesson plans, and then we go further with the media aids, and also try and work in some facilitation methodology, what type of facilitation methodology there is. Is there any questions? Is everyone happy, satisfied what we have dealt with so far up until now?
Yeah, all good. Thank you so much. I think the link would be preferred for us to be able to download the recording.
Okay, no problem. After this session, I will just put it on a link and email it to everyone. Then you can download this the session. Just a quick one. Does everyone have their materials? Are you guys sorted with that, or is there any?
No,
one
they
that's
have it.
all right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so we are up to date now. So tomorrow morning, same time, 10 o'clock, I'll send out the links again. What I'll do is, I see there's maybe a delay with Teams sending out, so I would I'll just copy and paste the link onto my email address and then send it out from my email address to everyone, just to ensure that everyone receives the link and can log in, and then we can continue tomorrow.
Good stuff. No, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. That's great.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Good stuff. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.